Que pasa, amigos? My name is Johnny J, or you guys can call me JJ Cool Jacks, and we have
Mr. Sensitive
and Iron Skull here.
Last podcast was good, but you found us something really interesting, didn't you?
Well, we're here to talk about some current news for once. And we're here to talk about the State of the Union address, which was done today, January 20th. I don't know when this podcast is going to be out, so sorry if it's a little late, guys.
Just let everybody else know, you know, like, the most about this. This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Oh, I had listened to it on the car because I had some stuff to do at school, and then I got home and watched the end of it. I didn't get the earlier part. So basically this is Obama, like, addressing the nation about, you know, what we've done this year, or what we've done during his terms, and what he's been going on about, and what he's planning on doing. So where would you guys like to start off on? College, taxes, wars, hackers?
Let's start off with college, seeing that we're
because like, it affects us the most right now, yeah.
Well, let's talk about college. Obama's had this plan. It's been a little under wraps, and people haven't really been hearing about that, but hopefully within the next year or two, community college will be free to the nations, or most of the nation.
Oh, that's good news for me.
Yeah. Not totally good news for us because it might start when we're out.
Aw, shit.
But you know what? That might be good for younger siblings or, you know, anyone. It's good for the nation. And
it's not. We have to pay still.
Oh, let me explain to you that.
Whatever. Keep going.
Big companies are going to pay for it.
Oh, that's
because they want better workers. They want more competent workers. And you know what? The best way to do that is improve education.
True.
Pretty much.
And you know what? That's a great thing. All right.
That's a true point.
What next?
Like, we do spend like money on like the educational system, but it feels like we put the money into it, but like we don't really give it that much attention. You know what I mean?
Yes, but it's also because it also has to be a business point because for college wise, students have to pay.
No. Even before college, like you know, like the whole educational system, like that's one of like the main factors where we put our money. But like putting in money is one thing, but like it just feels like they're not really putting as much attention into it. You know what I mean?
I understand. But we're talking about money wise, and I guess they'll be covered within the next year. So hopefully everyone support that because, you know, education is a good thing.
Yeah, and also, like, if there's anybody watching this and saying, oh, that doesn't apply to me, if you get the chance to go to community college for free, take it. Because it will really make a huge difference.
Knowledge is power.
It is.
Alright.
War.
Oh,
okay, yeah, go ahead, war.
Okay, so if you heard earlier in the year,
we got hacked by...
No. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But when it comes to war, such as torture tactics, if you've heard what's been going on with that, America will have no more. We will have no hand in that anymore. We will not torture enemies. We will not torture supposed allies. We will not torture captives. We will respect them. We will take care of them because a human life has value no matter where it is, even if it's our enemies.
Wait a second. So you're telling me we tortured people?
We tortured people during wars.
We tortured the shit out of people, man.
You know what's the worst part? Is that, you know, during the whole, how we got, one thing about war also, we got Osama during the fucking Obama administration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's some Bush parts of it, what happens is we got Osama, and the FBI was saying stuff, well, you know, thanks to part of our work, and everyone else is like, oh, the FBI and the CIA, there's like, oh, well, thanks to our torture, you know, it kind of helped. And it turns out all the information they got from the people they tortured was worthless.
Oh, wow.
That doesn't look good on them.
No, so they're like, you know, this wasn't supposed to happen in the first place, and now we will have no part in it. If they find it, they will be tried to the fullest extent of the law.
Oh, wow.
Here's the thing, because, like, you know, like, by all means, like, you don't have to listen to this. It's because, like, I'm just, like, one of the fucking, like, crazy, like, government conspiracy guys that, you know, believes in that. Even though they say they're not going to do it, I have a feeling like, you know, like, under the table, like, every so often they're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean,
but like,
not for information wise, at least.
What do you mean? Like, what, for fun?
Yeah. You play GTA 5, you know what we're talking about, but we're not going to get on the subject any longer. Let's move on to hackers.
If nobody does, don't worry
Wait a second. Okay, so I do know a little bit about the hackers. Are we talking about the Anonymous group, or are we talking about another hacker organization?
Well, the Anonymous have done not much, but I
think I know who you're talking about right now.
Okay,
and the one group that got like the most attention so far was the Lizard Pit, I think was what we'll call it. I completely forgot the name.
Okay, we're gonna say names or anything for the sake of whatever. But what we're gonna talk about is how we've had cyber attacks going on throughout this year and the following years. And
it's been happening a lot though. Many groups.
Yeah. The movie industry was targeted by North Korea.
Okay.
Actually, because this is another conspiracy. Also, they said like there was even in the report they said there was no physical or any evidence that said North Korea did. Yeah. In fact, they even said like it might have been an inside job.
Yeah. Well, we have no proof on that, and sorry I said North Korea. That's jumping to a conclusion. But we had something happen there. Someone hacked us, and who knows why or what for? But they got a bunch of actors and propaganda, and a lot of people's privacies were invaded because of that, to the point where movie theaters were threatened for bombs and stuff like that, just for, I don't know. It was probably a bunch of different groups like trying to claim responsibility.
Like, here's the thing, because I actually went around started doing research about this afterwards. Even saw some videos, read some stuff. In the actual article, in a lot of the news reports, they say never do they say it was actually a direct link or any evidence it was North Korea, because I'm pretty sure us putting out a movie is way underneath our radar.
I understand that, but hold on.
And also here's the thing, because if anything, I would say this is more a publicity stunt.
No, it wasn't, because the movie was shut down in most states.
Yeah,
right,
but then
actually, wait. It's funny you say that, because actually, check this out. This is on Reuters right now. This is the news article. Sony's The Interview movie surpasses $40 million worth in digital sales.
That's true. You know what? Because when they released it early on for just whatever money they could scrape up, and a lot of people bought it and watched it just for the sake of being, American, exactly. We support.
A publicity stunt. Also, it just supports the fact that it may have been an inside job. They even said it may have been an inside job.
Yeah, but part of it is there's a lot of There's a lot of workers for Sony that their social security numbers were released, and a lot of problems come with that.
Well, here's another thing that this is once again going with the conspiracy theory. I'm not saying I'm completely right, but at the same time, this is around the time where Obama was trying to pass over if I'm not mistaken, a bill. Or I don't know what the correct term was, just an act to tying up security for the internet and all this, because this happened at the same time. It gave him more of more of a reason, more of a what's called more of a
more fuel for the fire.
Exactly. And also that's why I say it really feels I don't know, because
what you're talking about is a white flag attack where we do it to ourselves so we can kind of.
Exactly.
Okay, but regardless of how that happened, that wasn't the only thing. We've had hackers throughout the year. We had Russian hackers going into banks. We had hackers from other countries just going in. We had American hackers going into other countries and messing them up. I know we did.
But yet realize this. Those are some really, really big, big problems. But yet, have you ever noticed that they never got as much publicity as this hack did?
No,
it's because some of the banks were we don't want to get in trouble for losing your money. So they kept it as quiet as possible.
And the other hacks?
Other hacks did receive attention, but the reason that the Sony one got more attention is because more people were directly affected by this. And the actors.
How so?
Okay, because there was directly a couple thousand Sony workers, and these aren't the actors. Some actors were there, that's why I got publicity. But there was so many people, just thousands of people that worked for them, that lost their information because they got hacked.
Now, once again, this is just me going with conspiracy theory. Like, I'm not saying I'm right. It's just like, it feels like it will makes more sense when I say like, it may have been an inside job. All right. Like, this could be just me being insane or anything else. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, you should believe me. Like, if anything, you could be completely right. Okay. I don't know. That's just what I believe in. Oh. What was the other one?
All right. Well, let's move on from hackers for now. What else?
It was school, war, hackers, and what was the other one?
Oh, well, with war, we also have we also talk about a lot of that we're pulling out of a lot of old war zones, right? Mm-hmm. Obama actually went through and followed that. You know, we're going to pull our troops home. We're in places that we shouldn't be. That we might have some stuff. And, you know, we've pulled out of some countries, and a lot of people are happy about that. I know a lot of families are happy to have their loved ones home.
Mm-hmm. You know that because of this, that the fact that we have a lot of our soldiers back and that we're getting out of a lot of areas, that our armies would be cut down because there's not a lot of need for a huge army at the moment, you know? Mm-hmm.
Interesting, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know much about.
No. Well, it's because I was in ROTC before we graduated, so I was there for a couple of years, and they were talking about how a lot of the armed forces are being cut down because we're no longer as necessary as we used to be. Yeah, because we don't have a huge role in the world anymore. I mean, as much as we did before.
I think what you're trying to say is like we're not needed as much. Like it's good to have us. But like, you know, we don't really have like that much of a not responsibility, a purpose in those places right now.
Yes.
Well, there's times where soldiers are needed there, and
but since we're in this area where we're out of certain areas,
because there's a lot of problems, and if you've seen this before, that like we can't use soldiers on American soil.
What, is that against anything that we have?
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's say if there's this big terrorist attack inside America, we're going to have the police force and SWAT team there. We're not going to have a military force like you would see in video games.
Well, what about, what's it called?
I don't know anything about this, but I'm just going to ask a question, like, where is that line, like, drawn where they say, like, okay, it's time to bring in the military into this?
I think that's when we hit, what's it called?
Martial
law?
Yeah. I think that was overruled years ago, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Martial law?
Yeah, because it's kind of freedom's restriction thing. To prevent stuff like that, they had the whole, military can't be armed and active on the grounds of
American soil.
Yeah, American soil, because then government and politicians start doing some nasty stuff with that. But the one concern I had was when we leave a country, we leave our guns there.
Yeah, no, it's like not just guns. We leave equipment there. It's just left behind.
Yeah, because it's so much easier to buy and make new ones here than to bring the old ones back.
That's really bad.
I know, we do it so often, and I'm worried about it.
Whoa. Before we forget anything, what is this we? It's the military that does this.
Yeah, but I'm saying as an American. But you're right. It's America has a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Okay.
I think we've touched up enough on the Obama thing. Unless there's more you want to talk about.
There's a lot more that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Old veterans. They're trying to help get them hired, and about 7,000 veterans have been, or 700,000 as I'm reading here on the article, veterans have been hired lately, or the spouses as well, just for the sake of giving these people, help that they need because they fought for our country.
No.
I got you.
Never mind.
What's it called? They're also worried about infrastructure, like we need better bridges, roads, ports, and trains and crap like that.
Would this affect major cities, or would this affect all cities?
I think in general, because I know we don't see it all the time in El Paso. I know there's parts where it's like that, but
well, it's because we don't have any of those things like the bridges or anything like that.
We have a bunch of bridges, man.
We do.
No,
I mean what's it called we do have bridges, but not really important ones. How do I say this?
You're thinking of landmark type.
Not landmark type, just
because we have a lot of bridges when it comes to traffic and roads, and we have
those are highways.
Yeah, but they're still
considered bridges.
Well, you have to remember because like most of these are still under construction.
Yeah, but
so,
also
like,
roads and port. Yeah, but that also brings jobs with that construction.
Yeah. Because the whole point of construction is that it's supposed to assist the everyday driver to have an easier route or easier time to get from one place to another with less traffic or whatever.
I gotcha.
Next up, trade details for around the world and how we're trying to regulate it a little.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's this weird thing about China and Russia about they have no copyright infringement or trademark. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of theft when it comes to there. I think we have some problems with that in Mexico too.
But like, is it within their bounds, or is it like something pops up over here and then someone over there is like...
It's because...
Like, it doesn't affect us. Like,
yes.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, but it's the whole plagiarism thing. Imagine, I think they've made movies about this where, you have a great idea, you've trademarked it, and you bring it over to another country, and they just completely rip you off, and you get nothing for it.
Ah, okay, no, I get you.
Stuff like that. What's it called? So, we also have the whole healthcare thing, and how it's going to be like starting to like completely go into force. And I kind of, you know what? A lot of people have given bad things about the free healthcare and the better healthcare, right?
Yeah.
Although we're not to where we kind of want it to be, because our old governor kind of screwed over Texas.
What a prick.
Yeah, he's
sorry.
just... Yeah, no worry. We all hate him.
To understand that.
Freaking...
Because, like, one thing that people, like, don't know is, like, I'm not gonna say, like, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Like, whenever it comes to elections, like, everybody, like, the presidential elections get the most attention, but in all reality, it's your governor and also, like, the person that represents you is who you should really be focusing on, because that's the person that's gonna make the most changes in your city.
Yeah, I mean, because... oh, God.
I don't know.
His name was Rick Perry, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was. Like,
I think he's disgraced and he left office right now, as of now.
Because I know, like, he did, like, some really shitty things. I just can't remember what they were. Like, just give us, like, a really... Can you give us, like, a real quick recap of, like, just, like, I don't know, a few things of what he did?
Well, the whole Obamacare thing where they brought in money so the healthcare thing could start, he's like, nah, we don't need that money. You know, our citizens here can die, basically. And now, Obamacare's had a lot, and Obamacare's one thing they called it, is, it's had a lot of bad rep, right?
It had a really bad, like, kickoff as well. I remember that.
Oh yeah, the website was horrible. People were comparing it to the GTA 5 launch.
Oh, shut up.
Dude, I'm not joking.
I'm pretty sure...
What's up?
You can pretty much, like, compare that to a bunch of shit, because, like, lately, it's just, like, nowadays, like, not just video games, it's, like, even websites, and even, like, sometimes, like, mostly just websites, like, new ones that come out, they're just, like, they're complete crap.
Yeah, but, real quick, back to the topic of healthcare. It's, I like this thing because I could always remember, if you ever have a grandparent that, like, has a bunch of pills and stuff, looking back at my grandpa, he had some problems with his knee, he had a bunch of pills, and looking at him now, since, like, the Healthcare Act's gone into effect and we have better healthcare, especially here in El Paso, I see him now, since he got the surgery that he needed, he's moving better, he takes less pills.
Not that many pills, like, yeah.
I feel so happy, and I feel like I'll have even more years with my grandpa, and he'll be healthy, because my grandpa's more healthy than people his age.
Most other people, yeah.
Or even people almost my age. But, you know, time takes its toll, and thanks to the Healthcare Act, I'll have a couple more years with him and my grandma. Because...
Yeah, no, for sure.
Alright, so...
Because, like, some people don't know how to take care of themselves. Off topic. Just, keep going.
Okay, what else? So fight against terrorists. We're trying to, what's up?
We're fighting ISIS, right?
Oh yeah, I actually haven't been following the ISIS thing. I've seen some stuff about it, but I'm not sure who they are, where they're from, and like who they ally with.
I actually haven't had a chance either.
I'm not sure, but this is just like from my understanding. I think they're working with Bin Laden's group, the Al Qaeda.
Yeah. Like what I heard was like it was actually an offshoot of Al Qaeda.
Yeah, it's like I guess part of it, but I guess it had like a different thing going on.
Yeah, it's like a branch off, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I know the most.
You know, I'm not going to say anything about it. All I know is like we've had drones tested on them to like find them and spy on them.
Yeah, like before I forget, like has he said anything about like drone testing?
Oh yeah, like, he said something about that. I can't find it. Oh wait, hold on. He was part of the forces against ISIS. This effort will take time, the president says. It requires focus, but it will succeed. And tonight I call on this Congress to show the world that we are united in this mission by passing a resolution to authorize the use of force against ISIS.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to feel about that. I understand that they're an organization that wants to kill us.
But I've heard they've done terrorist acts like bombings and killings and
right, but like I don't know, like this is just like probably me from like how I grew up. I kind of like want them to be brought to justice, and then like by like you know what I mean, like the people say, oh, like let's execute them, you know.
Yeah.
That way they could like understand.
I don't think that's what they mean. I think it's more of a, you know, we're going to show that they can't do this, that terrorism will not go on, like, we're going to
unpunished.
Yeah, we're going to stop them from committing acts if we can.
Okay.
We're not going to like go hunt them down and murder them. We're going to make sure that they don't hurt anyone, and if we can capture and prosecute them, or if need be, take action on site, then I feel like, you know, that's how we have to do it.
Is that seriously what he said?
Yeah, his exact words were, I think I already said it. Yeah,
well, like I'm actually surprised by that because like after like first the what's called the torture and now this like.
Okay, the torture thing is because you know like that's
yeah, we fucked up. We fucked up.
Has no purpose. So that whoever started that is fucking idiot. Okay, now let's talk about something I've been wanting to talk about for a while.
Go ahead.
Right. While we were in high school, Russia started a campaign in the Ukraine.
Right, I remember this.
Yeah, and
what is it?
Okay, what happens? Russia invaded the Ukraine to try to take it back because they feel Russia and Vladimir Putin feels that, you know, the Ukraine belongs to Russia. They can't be free from us. They will be under our control and they will be part of this country whether they like it or not.
But you just said that this is a campaign, so this
I may have missaid that, but like, okay, right now they're occupying the Ukraine. They have like most of it under control.
Okay.
Military force.
Okay.
And I've seen some of the interviews with the local Ukrainians and what they've been going through, and one of them said, well, we were poor, cold, and hungry, and since Russia took over, we're poor, cold, and hungry, so not much has changed other than we feel less free. Hold on. Let me say one thing. Russia and Vladimir Putin's are the only like country that's taken land since World War II, right?
Right.
This is the first time countries have taken land from other countries, or taken it back for years now. It's to the point where this feels like this shouldn't happen anymore, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what America did is, because no one's actually fired anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because America, we don't want to start World War III. Of course no one wants to do this, right?
No. We're already in the nuclear area, so it'd be like fallout.
No one wants that. Even Vlad doesn't want that.
And really fucking like he's really pressing his luck here though. He's a bad guy, but you know how could you hate him?
There's so many. That's kind of like what about that. Like holy crap, you have no idea. But okay, let me explain myself for a second. Vladimir has accomplished. Russia's with him, but unfortunately, as much as he's trying to move toward whatever corrupt vision he's going towards, he's not going to succeed. And America has had a big part in stopping his plans for the Ukraine, right? Now let me explain. Okay, what happens is the moment we found out that the Ukraine was being invaded by Russia, we decided, you know what, let's be democratic and political and civil about this, right?
Okay.
We're not going to trade with you anymore.
To Russia.
To Russia. Wait, hold on. Now we tell other countries, don't trade with them, because you want to trade with us. Why? Because we got the burgers. Okay. Sorry.
That better not be in the actual speech.
No, that's not in the speech. Okay. Now,
good.
Let me explain what happened. So for the last couple of years, and during our time that we've been in high school, for about 2 to 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Russia has been getting nothing from anyone.
Okay.
Is that even affecting them at all?
Oh my god. So a couple months back, I managed to hear about it since it's been years. Their money worth has dropped dramatically.
How dramatically?
Like,
can you give us like an estimation or something like that?
I'm gonna give you like a rough guess. Like, imagine having $5 here and buying a candy bar with it, like a tiny one.
Oh wow.
Like,
okay,
the currency.
So like, it's like less than half of what it was.
Somewhere.
Maybe like 1/4. By the way you're describing it.
I'm describing it horribly. Okay, let me just state it the way I'm trying to. Their currency has gone down, their trading is low, their resources are going lower. So at this point, they should pull out just for the sake of getting trade back. You know? Because, you know, he's getting land that is going to be worthless for the lack of trade they're getting. They're trying to capture, but they get even less in return. Do you understand?
I get you.
So we're cutting Russia off from as much as we can possibly can.
What if Russia decides to say, you know what, since you guys don't trade with us, we're just going to take up a new land?
They don't have the resources anymore because they're not trading with anyone.
They really can't.
If you can't realize this, Russia's fucking cold.
No, well, I know
Not
that.
all of Russia is, but like, you know, they need some resources. They need some trade for them. So, you know what? I give props that America I think America and other countries work together so that we could come to a non-violent resolution, and hopefully the Ukraine will
let's all come together and pick on another country.
Okay. So then try to explain to me how he's still a boss in your sense, because that's confusing me.
Yeah, exactly. Explain that.
Conquered a small bit of land in the generation where that's not supposed to happen. So I kind of
first of all, like that's actually, first of all, that's not exactly considered being a boss nowadays. I'm pretty sure it's just considered being an idiot nowadays.
Big boss is the boss.
I know.
Okay?
I'm sorry for saying that. I will retract my statement. He's just done things that, like, maybe
you wouldn't expect.
In his head, I think he's like, you know, I think this will go better than it actually went.
I'm pretty sure, like, right now, he's just looking in his head, like, you know what, this actually went a lot better in my head, like last few years ago. Now,
while one country is being cut off from parts of the world, another country is being set free into the world.
Which one is this?
Cuba.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about Cuba.
I thank you for bringing that up. So, I don't know much about what's going on, but I now know that we're able to go to Cuba freely.
Right.
And I think the United States finally took it under its wing, so anyone that's from Cuba can travel freely to America with a visa passport and stuff like that.
All right, so let me get into this. For about 50 years, we locked down Cuba because Cuba had missiles pointed at us, right?
Yeah, they sided with Russia, wasn't it?
Yeah, ironic now, don't you think?
I know, yeah.
Okay, so what happens is they pointed missiles at us, and we're like, are you kidding us? In our own back door. So we completely locked them off from any country that we could possibly do.
This was 50 years ago. This
was 50 years in a running, man. I mean, for 50
no. I mean, that's one hell of a grudge, I'm going to say right there.
Dude, okay, those nukes could have hit us. Those missiles could have hit us.
I know.
So that's
I'm just saying, like, that's one hell of a grudge.
Yes, and, finally the administration said, well, Castro's practically dead. His brother's there, but he's an idiot.
Have you seen them?
I have not. I've been wanting to.
No. Have you seen them? Like, it looks like they're barely holding on to life itself.
So, yeah, but...
It looks like one that can just cough and then they'll just kill over.
Probably. But Castro...
They look that old.
Castro's old, man. I can't believe he's not dead.
I know, everybody is. That's what everybody said.
But the people shouldn't suffer for mistakes made by their forefathers.
Yeah.
So now that they're they're free. They're free from America's restraints on them. Although we had rights to do that, and we tried to kill Castro so many times.
Well, okay, so I don't know. Like, okay, let's say for the sake of a new constitution with Cuba, would we go there and kill Castro so that way we can just speed the process up?
Dude, he's worthless right now. Like, unless he makes a clone of himself, he's dead.
Look, dude, he's practically already dead.
Yeah, he's old, man. This was 50 years ago.
But does he? Okay, well then let me ask you this: does he have money? Hold on, does he have money?
No, or maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
JJ, like seriously, have you seen him? Like, really, I'll send you a picture of him because, like, I'm not joking. It looks. Here, I'm gonna send you a picture real quick. Because, like, I want JJ to see this seriously because, like, it's just really surprising. Keep talking, man. Keep talking.
Or about Cuba and how they're free.
No. Just like well, is there any more you want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, okay. So not only the United States as a whole, China. Back to the cyber, the hacks and stuff. They're starting to pass legislation like we need better cyber protection for our citizens.
Fuck. I'm gonna stop you right there. I found out his age.
How old is he?
He's fucking 88 years old.
Why won't he die? It's the mustache, I tell you. It's the mustache.
Here, I'm gonna send you a picture of him really quickly.
I'm seeing a picture of him. He still looks fine. He looks like an old grandpa.
That means when he pissed off America, he was 30.
He pissed off America when he was 30?
No, wait. Yeah, 30. He was 30 years old when he pissed off America. And we've been mad at him.
That's actually surprisingly young.
I'm surprised we didn't kill him. I'm like, where's the torture now?
We did kill him.
No, he's not dead.
Call of Duty Black Ops.
Shut up.
That's not even what that was about.
In all reality, Jesus Christ. Like, you know what? Okay, this is going to me just run off really quickly. I don't know why. I would really love to see fucking Castro with Alzheimer's. I don't know, just him wandering around the streets in his underwear, just like talking shit to everybody.
I don't like your face.
I'll build missiles in your backyard.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, so are you done giggling?
Yeah. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about?
We have some more stuff. I know it's gonna be a long podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying this.
Because we actually do have shit to do.
I know.
Keep going.
So we'll try to finish this up. So about the cyber protection and stuff, and I've seen the need for this grow over the last 2 years. And let me say one thing. We need some cyber analysts on the police force.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Alright. Do you want us to stop real quick, JJ?
No.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to get that ping in the podcast.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So for the cyber, because we'll touch up on this on another day because it's a good subject.
That's a subject in itself right now.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on. Because we're actually just we cut off the other news stories. We're just sticking with the topic. We're not even going with personal stories right now.
Yeah. Well,
this is it.
Okay. So next part, and I've been waiting for this. Like, oh my god, I've been waiting for people to say something. And we've talked about this before about climate change.
We have,
and we got into huge heated arguments about every aspect of it. But
I remember, I was so close to punching you in the throat one time.
I know, because you're like, you can't do anything, then, and why should we care?
No, wait, we are not going to get into this fight right now, okay?
I know, okay. We're just going to talk about what Obama said.
Fine, go ahead.
Okay, climate change. Now I'm going to read his statements directly. 2014 was the planet's warmest year on record. Now 1 year doesn't make a trend, but it does. 14 of 15 warmest years on record have all fallen in the last 15 years of this century, right?
Yeah.
Addressing climates by critics who say they are not scientists. Because if you've seen the news, okay, I'm not quoting Obama at the moment. If you've seen the news, there's a lot of newscasters and just people that are the only critics about global warming are people in news and magazines, and they say, you know what, I'm pretty sure there's no global warming, even though I'm not a scientist. And Obama says, I'm not a scientist either, but you know what? I know a lot of really good scientists in NASA, in NOAA, and elsewhere, and everywhere else. And they all say that, you know, climate change is here. It's real. It's an immediate danger. And the Pentagon says the climate change poses an immediate risk to our national security. And we must act like any other risk to our national security. So
yeah, I hope we actually do.
I know, and they're trying, and they're giving this as much effort as, or not as much effort yet because it's a slow process. But these are steps that we have to take to make a big difference. Because, you know, I've been trying to like talk about this for years, but people always either don't know or say, you know, it's out of our power. But you know, little steps add up, and that's a good thing.
No, I get you.
Okay. Also, they talked a little bit about American values, like we need to respect human dignity, life. That's why we're stopping torture, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why, and we're using new technology.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just like I can't get that image of like Castro with Alzheimer's out of my head. Ignore me. Keep going.
Okay. So and we also have to defend free speech, and he touched up on it really like
briefly, or like did he actually take time on it?
Briefly, he touched out about abortion real quick, a very sensitive topic, and he said that this is a very controversial topic, and you know what? Let's just be happy about two things. One, that women have the health care that they need to save their own lives, right? And two, that teenage pregnancies and the need for abortions have gone down by a huge margin.
Can I just say something really quickly?
Yes.
Now, this is my own personal opinion. Like, as far as abortion and like government involvement, like I would say, like I don't think we should have like any like real input on it. Like it's their choice. Let them do. Like, why should we even like really have like
facilities, and should it be covered by insurance, and should it be legal? It's this. There's a lot that goes into it, but you know that's a conversation for another time.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, it's because that's actually not what I was talking about. But keep going.
I understand what you're talking about. But continue. Also, they also he made a little thing about saying we have to reject stereotypes of religions that we might not like. Like there's still some hardcore hate for Muslims right now.
There is,
and they said we need to stop those stereotypes. We need to accept them because there's a huge number of Muslims in America.
There is
it's
just like one big
it's a misunderstanding.
No, just like America is just like one big mixed match of like races. That's about it. Races, religions, and everything. Yeah. Like if we really, and we still don't know how to get along.
Yeah. But he talked about that we need to understand that, you know, there's religions, there's the persecution of women, there's religious minorities, there are people that are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, there's people there's all sorts of things. But we have to all understand, especially here, we are Americans and we need to stand united to fix the problems that we have.
You know what? I am kind of disappointed because it even says in our Constitution that we are not going to be segregating between religion and church and state, you know? And we're not kind of following that.
It's actually funny that you brought that up. I found this up like a few weeks ago. Do you guys, this is gonna go off topic real quick. Do you guys know about like you remember the Pledge of Allegiance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, like, it wasn't always like one nation under God. It was like if I'm not mistaken, it was, John Adams, I think it was. It was one of the presidents that changed it. Like, originally it was supposed to be one nation under Democrats in the beginning.
That's,
I know.
Well, yeah, I get it. But under God is like represents freedom of religion. Also,
but which God was he talking about?
I don't think he was talking about anyone particular. I think he was saying. I think I'm gonna just believe that. It means freedom to believe. You have the right to believe what you want to believe.
This is the topic for another time because we keep going on different topics.
All right.
Let's just finish this up.
At 10 p.m., he talked about how we are one people, and people are crying about this. Like even the Republicans and Democrats were like crying about this. And the president said, "I know how tempting such cyanide may be, but that's wrong. I still believe we are one people. I still believe that together we can do great things, even when the odds are long." And he used gay marriage or same-sex marriage as an example, saying this used to be. We didn't focus on the subject. This used to be something that we would just say to drive us apart. But now we can say that we've surpassed. When we haven't gone past it fully, there's still discrimination. But this has changed from something that rips us apart to something that we have passed, and now people can be together because of it.
Yes.
Now I'm not going to talk about that.
I'm just going to say slowly, we're getting we're starting to learn how to learn to live together, but I just kind of wish you would speed up a little bit.
You and me both. JJ, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I'm just listening.
All right, so the next part is better politics. Now, we all remember the whole shutdown where our government just completely disappeared for a couple of days.
Because we couldn't.
Or 24 hours.
That's right.
Because they couldn't come to an agreement.
Now they said that we're not going to have this. This bullshit is not going to happen anymore. We can't ever have this again. And what we said that because our politics have turned into something ugly, something about demonizing one another, smear campaigns and bad shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's been happening for a while now.
We're supposed to talk about issues, values, and principles, facts, rather than I gotcha. That's part of the speech, by the way.
That's just us digging up dirt on one another.
I know, because I hate when politicians focus on that. It's like, I want to hear what you're going to do to help us. I want to hear what we can do for you that can help our country.
We hardly ever even hear that anymore.
I know, and it was so good, and you could see a sigh in the room of relief when people are like, I think we can actually change it for once. It's not how Obama was elected, because we all know that his first term was because he was black. A lot of people want him in because he was black, right?
Right.
It's actually surprising because that is the case.
Are you really surprised by it? But because it was people are doing it because it's history and it's something new and blah. But even though he was elected in for the wrong reasons, he's done good with the little that he got.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
All right, now that we've reached the 10:08 moment, and this is I'm calling Obama's drop the mic moment for the night, and it's called the I have no more campaigns to run. Obama. Okay. Oh, and everyone cheered for him. He says, "I have no more campaigns to run. I know because I won both of them," and everyone starts going, "Ooh."
I would love if that's what actually happened.
No, that did happen. I'm reading you what happened.
What?
They
actually started saying, "Ooh."
Yeah.
No way. No. Oh.
It might not be as how you picture, but it's basically what happened. Now, and he finished by saying, "I will seek to work with you to make this country stronger." And Obama ended his remarks with, let's see, after saying that he wants to ensure the figure of generations to grow up in the country, its definition of partnership. Basically, Obama's saying, we need to make sure it's better for the kids and their future, and not just in the
everybody, pretty much
for everyone. And he also went on this long speech about, he named every minority, every majority, everything. And he said for a moment that,
everyone, huh?
Yeah, there was a part where he says, "I want every child on every street in every neighborhood to know that they matter, that their life is important." And that was really good.
I hope that actually happens, though.
Yeah, and I know it might not happen within next year.
No,
or
I mean,
the year
in
after
general,
that.
no.
In general,
just in general,
because every life has value, every life has cost. Every moment that we spend on this earth adds something new to it that wasn't there before. And so this is where Obama ended his stuff. So
yeah, that's it.
That was good. So what are your guys' thoughts on this whole inaugural address?
I'm gonna be completely honest, man. Like,
hold on. This State of the Union address.
Okay.
Let's start with Mr. Sensitive.
Okay. This really is something that I wanted to hear. This really is like something that a lot of people wanted to hear. The only sad part is like I'm gonna be like a fucking negative Nancy here. I have a feeling like it's not all gonna happen. Like even like not even like maybe something soon, maybe something like will take more time, but it feels like some of this stuff won't happen. Like as far as like like no more torturing, like in as far as like what's it called, foreign policies, I guess, like not really too much is gonna change. Like that's just my opinion. I don't know what to say here.
Alright, is that your final thoughts?
And I would really love to see Castro with Alzheimer's.
Alright, thank you for adding the cup. Now, JJ.
I think most of the important stuff was covered, but there are still some things that I'm more concerned about. That I don't think. Well, I don't like. Like we need to change our legal procedures because there's a lot of problems between the police officers that are obtaining the law and then like the citizens themselves, and how like a lot of things are going pretty bad. You know.
Yes, I'm going to mention one thing real quick, is that arrests and detainees have actually gone down, and the
use of lethal force has gone up, huh?
Well, no, the use of lethal force, although it's always a problem, it has not been going up, it has actually been going down, but extreme cases are always there. And also, they're trying to rewrite drug rules because there's people in jail that have done drugs that are now legal, and so why are they still there? So the courts are trying to correct the inmates because a lot of inmates shouldn't be there just for the sake that they did crimes that are no longer valid, or rather they're too small that we should be wasting resources on someone that's not hurting someone. Now continue. Exactly. Now continue, JJ.
That's really all I wanted to get on.
And you?
I was really glad about the climate change thing because this is seriously a problem that will affect the world, and it's going to affect every point of it eventually. I know it's something that it doesn't feel like it's going to hit immediately, but this is a problem that's been going on for years on end. So it's going to hit us like a steaming truck when it finally hits, because there's going to be places that crops don't grow. There's going to be places that certain materials can't be made anymore. And that's something that will affect all of us. And I hope that as a people, we can realize, survival is important, and we can come together to do every bit that we can. And, I want to say that I didn't like Obama to begin with. I wouldn't have voted for him when he first got into office. But, as a president, I'm glad that he did good. And I support some of the decisions he made. I will argue with others, but, I think this has been good for us, and we've made some progress, and we're taking baby steps to a better future.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
So, should we wrap it up, or anybody want to add anything else?
It's a very long podcast.
Yeah, so, I guess we should just wrap it up.
Alright. So,
well, I'm Mr. Sensitive.
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. JJ Cool Jacks, but you guys can call me Johnny.
And I'm Iron Skull, and thank you for watching.
See you, guys.
Someone sing the American anthem.
America. Are you guys enjoying it?